jQuery selectors. Selectors in jQuery work in a very similar fashion to CSS selectors. We can select elements by type, ID, class, and many more, which we will look at during this lesson. Let's start by opening the sample site in the lesson folder. Take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with the code. jQuery is usually written in a separate file to the HTML and then linked like an external CSS file. However, you can also use Chrome Developer Tools to write jQuery statements direct in the browser. So we're going to give that a try. The element selector in jQuery selects all elements that have the same element tag name. This can be useful for applying a style to a particular group of elements, for example, all divs, or all links, which are anchor tags. So just as in CSS, as you would link all style elements with a curly bracket, we can do the same in jQuery. So let's open Chrome Developer Tools and click on Console. So here we can type commands direct into the console. So for example, we can start with $, and then A in quotes in parentheses. And what that does is that would select all anchor link elements. So this is analogous to the A curly brackets in CSS. The $symbol is shorthand for the word jQuery, so we could equally have written it like this. However, let's stick to the shorthand and use the $. To use a class element, we would use the dot notation, similar to CSS. So here we are selecting all .card image _ image class elements. To select an element using its ID, we use the hash symbol. Let's select the logo nav ID. jQuery allows you to traverse the DOM tree and select elements based on their parent element. There are two variations. The first variation will only match elements which are direct child to parent elements. So here we are returning all anchor link children that are direct children of a paragraph element. The second variation will match all descendants of the parent, i.e. children and everything below. For the selector to return all descendants of a parent, regardless of whether they're directly related or not, we use the following syntax: P space A. In this case, there are no anchor children of paragraph parents, so we will look at other elements. So here we have UL as the parent and LI as the child. So here it gives a list of all those LI elements. If we want to give all LI elements regardless of whether directly related or not, we use this syntax. Pseudo selectors can also be used just as they were in CSS. So this will select the first anchor on the page. And this will get the last anchor on the page. And here we can select all of the header elements on the page, H1s, H2s, H3s, and so on. Now that you've seen the syntax, go to the challenge and use this technique to select various items from this web page.